Gang, welcome back to another session of Chin Chai Podcast. Please stand by. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
One for you boys in Melbourne!
Streets, but our roots run deep from SG to the world. It's a vibe we keep talking life, new things on the daily grind. Chin Chai flow, man, we always shine. Kita sampai tapi tetap terbang tinggi. Dari timur ke barat, kita takkan mati. Bincang apa saja, tak kira masa. Chin Chai Podcast sampai kita rasa. From the millions roar to the trams that glide, bringing that culture mix, no need to hide. Everyday talk, what's poppin' next? Tune in, lean back, we keep it flexed. Jom kita chill, let's vibe all night. From SG to Melbourne, we keep it tight. Okay, Chin Chai lah. Okay, Chin Chai lah.
And welcome back to the session of Chin Chai Podcast. Anda bersama saya Hidayah
Sama Zul.
and Adrian ke Zul?
Suka hati aku lah.
Okay, paisi panggo pilot lah, paisi. Okay lah, welcome back guys to another session. Alright, intense our first session kita berbual pasal ni ongoing current affairs which is affecting Australia apparently.
Sampai kena minum kopi tadi ya.
Kau rasa ada banyak tak grup GISB kat sini?
I don't know aku not sure.
Remember, sini depan kau tak orang tahu.
Dia under table
Possibly, I don't know man. Allegedly. Okay, welcome back. Alright.
Bro kata orang ambil yang baik sudah.
Ambil yang baik, buang yang keruh lah. tak. Itu I think bahasa Melayu ya. Peribahasa Melayu is ambil yang jernih, buang yang keruh. Yes.
Kau jangan tanya aku ni Cina.
Okay, kelam Cina apa?
Habis hancur lagi aku tak tahu.
Kalau Cina corrupted betul lah.
Sebab tu tak boleh harap cita.
Aduh. Okay, welcome back to another session. Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, bro, what's happening now? What's our next topic we want to bring up?
Engkau kat sini dah lama juga kan? 10 tahun ada
Boleh tahan teruk lah.
Boleh tahan teruk juga Apa kau suka kat sini Middle Eastern punya dessert? Dessert. Sorry. Kau suka kau ketawa aku Kau jangan canon aku boleh tak?
Banyak sangat canon hari ni
Memang memang.
Kita tak goyang je.
Heran.
Mampus. Okay. Right, carry on.
Apa kau punya favourite?
Favourite aku apa Middle Eastern food?
Dessert.
Dessert sini. Aku not a dessert guy. Aku favourite the only dessert ice cream lah.
Apa yang Arab punya ice cream ke?
No brother, Cold Rock.
Cold Rock. Lu atas
Cold Rock. So far aku favourite lah Cold Rock punya ice cream.
Asal? What's so special about the ice cream?
Kau boleh custom made.
Oh, yang dia taruh macam yang kat Thailand tu diorang taruh atas macam frozen plate Lepas tu dia scrape
yes, correct. That's the one. Sini ada apa kat rumah kau?
Kencing manis juga ni macam.
They're alright bro. Not bad. Well, we don't have Swenson here. So down here kita nampak Swenson
So Cold Rock is Swenson version lah.
Something like that loh.
Okay loh. Tapi frankly speaking engkau pernah try tak apa Middle East
Okay, because kita punya demographic is here. So aku did experiment lah. I did a bit Afghan punya dessert lah. Those apa tu? Dalam dia ada pistachio, baklava lah. Baklava
Dia tak ada car dia kat belakang.
Okay lah.
I think so lah. Kalau baklava dah macam orang pakai gini ni.
I think who confirm bro?
Kita tanya audience pula.
Okay, betul juga. Alright, let's confirm that. But yeah, baklava is one of the things that I've tried. Okay lah, manis lah mampus lah.
Itu I think they use rose syrup.
Rose syrup Ini aku rasa time bulan puasa je kau makan, tapi diabetes bro ni benda. Manis sangat-sangat sia. But I did try a couple, not bad. But now Kenafe. Kenafe sini was one of the hottest thing. Okay, why I say it's hot? Because dorang pay cara presentation. Okay, I'm not too sure if you heard of the Kenafe Bros before.
Ya, itu dekat sini lah.
Dekat sini
yang diorang jual kat container kan.
Yeah,
and then they move around.
Yeah, they move around the state itself. So, diorang punya presentation Baik bro.
I saw dia Instagram before. Wah, dia punya lagu, dia punya joget Arab.
Dia macam club.
Customer.
Macam club bergerak jual kenafe. It was no, the thing is they can synchronize their dancing moves and everything, which is fantastic. And badan dorang is gentong bro. It's sapau sado. Same. It's like bro, this is one of the best.
Then dorang boleh the music tu, because it's so beatable beatable
Mak Saleh
so
semua
datang Mak Saleh dia punya customer semua joget ramai-ramai
For sure man, for sure. That's for sure.
That was a big one I remember dekat Sydney.
Yeah, but yeah man, that was one of the best lah I've seen so far. But other than that, yeah lah, I think the dessert wise aku tak favourite sangat lah. So what about you? What's your favourite dessert here?
Aku tak tahu I think for me is only the baklava
Baklava.
Yang pistachio tu je.
Oh yeah.
Yang lain semua aku tak berapa pandai .
Alright.
So Hanafi pun aku tak pernah makan sangat pasal dia banyak cheese. Aku not the cheese man. So yalah, it's mainly baklava lah. Tapi around our area sini susah. Habis kalau kau suruh aku pergi drive 1 jam pergi Sydney Road makan, patah balik aku cari makan lagi, lapar nanti.
Okay, one thing about Melbourne atau Australia lah, driving in the distance is always a challenge lah. At least 1 hour, kirakan 1 hour. Okay, not bad lah. Sekarang kita dah cakap 1 hour not bad.
Pada aku masih perik.
Aku pergi balik kerja, aku spend nearly 2.5 hours on the road pergi balik kerja.
Betul lah.
Yeah, it's different lah. Oh my god. Okay,
tapi sekarang kau nak tahu tak benda paling hot sekarang kat tengah viral gila ni?
Which one?
Dubai chocolate.
Ya bo.
Ya.
Okay, Dubai chocolate. Okay.
Kau tahu tak apa tu Dubai chocolate?
Dubai, the chocolate come from Dubai. Apa yang sial? Dubai chocolate lah.
Okay lah.
Aussie pun ada Aussie chocolate. Betul lah.
So what I've researched about this when it became viral, aku tengok kat TikTok semua cakap pasal ni chocolate dia. Apa special dia Then happened, so it actually started from this British Egyptian lady and the husband. Diorang tinggal Dubai dah lama lah, dah 9 years lah kan. Then she started this chocolate thingy when she was pregnant.
Okay. Alright.
And then apparently dia punya nama kedai dia tak salah. So they are the founder of this company called Fix. Do you know what's the meaning of Fix?
No, what's the meaning of Fix, bro?
You don't know what's the meaning of Fix?
What is the meaning of Fix?
Freaking incredible experience.
Okay.
So bila aku tengok,
so how do I use that in a word? Man, this is Fix, bro.
This is Fix, bro. Yeah, but so apparently because they started when she
this is Gen Z lingo.
Gen Z
Oh my god.
Tak tahu lah Gen Z ke Gen Alpha ke apa ke.
Man, this is Fix, bro. Yeah, man. This is Fix, man.
No worries. Aku punya Aussie accent masih tak ada.
Nah, bro.
I prefer to be myself.
Nah.
Jangan menjadi-jadi.
Oh well, it is what it is, my brother.
So dia this kunaf, dia this chocolate ni. So it's really chocolate lah, kan? So dia gunakan
what? It comes in a chocolate bar,
chocolate bar.
Okay, alright.
Chocolate sauce. So dia punya chocolate bar ni it comes dalam ada Hanafi, ada pistachio.
Hanafi.
Apa yang penting bunyi dia sama.
Okay.
Lebih kurang halal lah. Hanafi ke and then ada pistachio.
Hanafi.
Hey. And then dia soak dengan sweet syrup.
Okay. Alright.
So I saw one of this video, this TikTok guy, dia memang food taster lah kan.
Okay.
Dia kunyah tu coklat, dia patah dua. Dia break the chocolate.
Okay.
There's a chocolate bar lah, macam kita punya Cadbury punya chocolate bar tu, dia patah dua lepas tu gigit. Oh, aku tengok dia makan, aku pun lapar juga, babe.
Oh.
Dia cara dia makan, mungkin cara dia makan lah.
Dia punya
expression lah. Expression dia.
Sedapnya.
Geramnya aku. I like. You see? So then after that, that's why I Google further lah.
Alright.
What's so special about this one? So dia punya she and the husband dekat this Dubai for 9 years already. So she started again, like I said earlier lah, they started this chocolate thingy
okay.
when she was pregnant. And then because the husband dia macam ada Egyptian, ada darah Arab sikit kan.
Okay.
So they try to fusion the chocolate lah.
Right.
Yang dia jadikan pistachio and Hanafi kat dalam semua mix into one.
So this is not I thought it's a traditional food by itself.
No. So Hanafi is traditionally by itself.
Okay. So
Tapi
with
the
the
mix
with the Dubai
Tapi dia
chocolate
bukan, there's no cheese inside lah.
Right.
So it's just the Hanafi punya macam noodle gitu.
I see. Okay.
I don't know what you call that.
So it's also I understand that this is also another word for kunafa.
Correct.
Okay, guys.
Sama kunafa.
Kunafa sama. So apparently the terminology how it goes is that kunafa is usually used in the Middle Eastern country, and then in the Arab world especially. So the word kanafe is usually used in the main countries like Palestine, Lebanon, and also Jordan itself. So ini aku just ask around, and then apparently it's the same, but it's just coming from which region itself. So apparently kunafa has become viral in Asia itself. In Malaysia and Singapore especially kira kan I think in Singapore is the main player in the game is MBK Mango Bosco. So he is so yeah, it's been trending. In case you don't know lah, aku tahu kau jarang buka TikTok. So
sebab aku jarang buka TikTok pasal aku tak nak jadi Cina Tok. Muka serius sekejap
So
dulu, kau tak nak tahu dulu aku punya email nama aku Cina Tok tau.
Serius ke apa?
Betul.
Oh sel. Okay lah. It's kind of catchy. Catchy. Okay, so in Singapore right now, I think the main viral the past few weeks or months actually has been kunafa viral, they call it over there. So there has been I'm not sure how many sellers, 2 or 3 sellers there, but right now the top Malay influencer is called Mango Bosco itself. So apparently it has viral a lot to a point where menjadi pergaduhan lah. You know, not say gaduh, maybe it's stage or something like that across the other vendors as well. And then also coming into the game, atau memang there was a player from Malaysia called Ojen or something like that. So he is also, I think this guy is a celebrity himself or influencer, either one. And then they were selling this kunafa viral thingy lah. So there was a lot of chatter on the TikTok itself. They were debating about who has the best kunafa or whichever, whatever. But in terms of surprising wise, there's a difference in pricing, of course. But in terms of quality, to be honest with you, we don't know, because the kunafa viral has not hit Australia yet.
Kena jadi franchisee lah.
So there is a potential, guys, for those who wants to try this here in Australia. You guys are maybe the first movers, you know, buat kunafa viral in Australia and see how it goes. Tapi sini jangan lupa banyak Arab.
So they know their food.
They know their food. But we have to so Singapore version or Malaysian version is more of fusion. So this is something different. You see, it's a fusion. It's not a traditional. It's more fusion. But yeah, man, it has not hit Australia yet. So, you know, if you guys are actually wanting to try your businesses here, try it, man. Try it,
Yang this Dubai chocolate, yang the one that I told you, that we are talking about now, yang based in Dubai ni, they actually hit worldwide though. Daripada Argentina to Romania sih.
Right.
I'm reading the article lah kan.
Okay.
Dia punya wah dahsyat betul. Just because he's from Dubai. And you know lah, Dubai kan banyak benda luxury kan. Macam out of this world kan. Kereta pun luar biasa punya.
Right.
Kereta, even kopi
Bro, I think this is just FOMO lah. Fear of missing out je lah.
Tapi it's like to the extreme. Kau tahu kopi dia $1,000 pun ada tau.
Wow.
$1,000 punya kopi tau. Gold coffee dia panggil.
Gold coffee.
Tapi gold dia boleh minum.
Alright. Interesting.
$1,000 ada.
Dia dah sudah beat tu kopi luwak.
Kopi luwak gua tak akan try.
Nanti kau bawa balik.
Tak nak. $1,000 brother.
Right. Interesting. Well, it is more of kunafa chocolate bar. So yeah, it's something different lah. You know, anyways, Dubai chocolate so far sini aku tak nampak dia viral yet lah down here. Belum lagi
So
it has not hit Australia yet. But then again, in terms of virality, kita tak. Now we talk about virality. Mostly our brothers and sisters from Malaysia, they have brought in barang-barang viral lah. For example, a few years ago, susu Nilofa. That was one. Yeah. So it was one of the viral thing down here. Mini viral. Dia tak kecoh sangat lah. But the funny thing is, orang pun pelik lah. Susu Nilofa ni, susu dia comes from Australia. Repackaged back in Malaysia and then send back here. You get what I'm saying?
And then re-endorse.
Bukan re-endorse lah.
Patented.
No. It was susu lembu Australia come to Malaysia, repacket balik, then hantar budak-budak bawa masuk sini and start to sell it here itself lah. Asal ada burung
kat luar kan?
Kat luar, kuat juga ni might pick up. Okay, then after that, after susu Nilofa, then it was the next one, Burger Ramly came back again.
That one, yeah.
Burger
dekat ni kan, Ben Springvale.
Springvale, Ben. Then was a lot of resellers back in the city as well. So now I think Burger Ramly is trying to make a comeback again. Diorang try to push it more. Aku rasa orang dah get over it lah. I think this is something. Macam susu Nilofa, terus there's no more demand, terus senyap, and then Burger Ramly try to come back again, pun senyap. Then there was a rise of takoyaki, then terus senyap. So the viral is just not so consistent. But we get it, it's following the trend itself. But then now ada satu benda tak tahu lah whether is it viral or not, tapi is viral across the Chinese community.
Apa?
China. Okay, so last Saturday aku tengah bosan lah, gimana. So nowadays I spend on my weekends on the markets. Aku suka pergi Dino Market lah sekarang. So aku
kau dah jadi abang-abang pasar.
No lah, bro, market dia besar tau. Actually, you have more than 120 vendors and stalls there. Aside from pasar, kedai jualan, and then ada macam food area kan, food court area. So aku tengah drive into the market itself. Sekali aku nampak this long queue. What is interesting is kedai tu is called Kabul Kitchen. Okay, the Kabul Kitchen, Kabul,
Afghanistan,
right? Tapi dia queue semua Cina, bro.
Dia jual apa? Kaji aku fikir. Dia jual dumpling.
No, roti. Roti, bro. So
roti Cina yang queue
panjang lah, saya ada queue is really long tau. Cakap, apa pasal dia orang queue So aku pun out of curiosity, aku
queue juga.
Aku pun Yati kan. So Yati dengan aku pergi pasar. Aku pun Yati pergi pasar, aku bawa anak aku pergi queue lah. Cakap, let's go and see this lah kan. I'm curious to see lah apa pasal orang queue panjang gini. So aku pun queue lah. Tapi queue tu jalan cepat lah, which is good. But the queue is very long. I'm talking about more than 20 or 30 people in front of me tau. But it keeps on moving tau. Cakap, apa pasal orang queue So aku pun pernah tu, aku tengok, diorang beli roti. So what is so special about this roti? Padahal ni roti kita makan apa, asin the Afghan bread. Kita kalau makan Afghan punya food, diorang kasih bread kan. So aku decide, you know what, I just want to queue and find out lah. So apparently there's two queues. One is at the side, yang kat luar, the other one is inside. So inside aku nampak lah, diorang pakai nasi something pulau, kakao pulau something, Afghan rice lah. So aku nampak, ini dengan dia biryani tau. Banyak orang order. It's like different ethnicity, not only Afghan, different ethnicity. But on the bread side itself, semua budak Cina. Semua. So aku perhatikan lah, mana dia orang makan So diorang queue, aku pun queue lah. Habis aku cakap,
boleh kau muka pun macam Cina pun, cuma janggut je ada.
Itu je lah. Tapi bila aku berbual dia, Kadesh, one garlic naan this, Tashakur, dia pun terkejut tengok aku. Are you Afghan? No, I'm not Afghan. Oh, you know how to speak? Yeah. So memang aku Afghan lah, dia ajar aku lah. So cakap how to say brother, how to say thank you in Afghan lah. Macam okay lah, berbual dengan orang. So I cakap, so what is famous about this thing lah? Usually the people here, they buy either the plain naan bread, and then also the garlic naan bread. So kan in our concept of understanding, naan Indian satu, tu dia kecil bulat gini kan. Tapi yang Afghan ni panjang sial gini, really huge the naan bread. And kau teka harga dia berapa?
$5?
$3.25 for a garlic naan bread, $2.50 for plain bread, something like that.
Mana nak dapat around area harga gini?
Yang Cina-Cina ni depan aku ni, semua beli 2-3 slab ni kata. Habis aku cakap, dorang buat apa kan? So, aku perhatikan lah. Then they will sit at there is a coffee area there, open air concept. Nanti dorang duduk lah, nak beranak semua, dengan kopi semua, just makan the bread celup. Bro, that is life, bro. Just simple, relax and chill, bro.
Thanks for letting me know.
No worries, bro. Maybe next weekend kau beli kat aku, bro. Happening, bro. And then it's like,
kau sekarang keluar mana ajak I lagi? You dah berubah.
Mana ada berubah? I mean, kau sibuk je. Anyway, but yeah, it's already been here that long. Cuma I don't think so because there's so many food. Habis depan pun kedai Melayu yang dikenyang. You can eat a roti canai.
Yang kau cakap yang roti ni dia kat tengah-tengah tu
Tak, dia betul-betul depan road. Kabung kiri, just by the roadside.
Oh, is it by the roadside?
By the roadside.
Bukan kat tengah tu lah.
Tak. Opposite dia is the halal butcher. So that part is where all the halal punya tempat ada lah. Habis dalam pun ada I think recently there is a new company that is coming to Australia from New Zealand. So dia tengah jual these sausages tau. Or New Zealand made sausages. It's different It's infused with onion and cheese. Dia punya sausage.
Cheese lagi.
Bro, sedap bro. Melt in your mouth, bro.
Aku cuma tahu M&M, melt in your mouth. Bukan cheese.
Bro, M&M.
Yang penting bunyi dia lebih kurang sama.
M&M. Okay. So that is one thing. Ini pun viral among the Chinese. Yang saya pasal diorang pun tengah video call, diorang pun ambil order juga di roti. So aku rasa budak-budak Afghan ni tahulah budak Cina ni. I think on the weekends I've seen this happening. And then after that, the next trend across the mainstream in Australia, the pet market that has always been there, but right now is popping up back, is the Acai. ACAI.
Oh, Acai yang
Acai
bowl tu
Acai bowl. But this time round, it comes in a yogurt form atau ice cream form or something like that. So yeah, man, now it's viral, bro. So right now, naik balik lah this thing. So I think they are trying to push back this trend up. So it's kind of interesting.
But this Acai, aku tahu the first time when I came to Australia kan, aku nampak the word Acai, aku pronounce Acai.
Acai sama
bila
lah.
aku order, dekat pasal that time aku kat sini lah, so I thought something different lah that try. Aku order Acai. Dia punya waitress dah lah Mak Saleh kan.
Acai.
I said, why you laugh? They said, no, actually it's not Acai, it's Acai.
Acai.
I mean dia punya pronunciation lah. Okay. Baru aku tahu Acai. So but this one actually originated dengan siapa this Acai thing? Isn't that an Aussie thing? Bukan.
It is an Aussie thing, I would say. I'm not too sure, bro, to be honest. Because Acai has always been there in the market. I think it's about how they infuse it.
Yang tepo egg tu kan.
Tepo egg.
Acai yang acai seed.
Acai. My acai lah. Iyo. Okay, other than that, our natural kebab. Kebab is our kita macam staple natural food lah. Kan.
Kalau tak ada makanan lain, cari kebab.
Tak ada. Itu macam it became like a standard. Lapar makan apa? HSP, kebab. Kebab, HSP.
Apa snack pack.
Halal snack pack. So HSP come out during during COVID Is it?
COVID.
Time COVID kan dia keluar. No.
Itu dah lama dah ada.
2018. 2018 somewhere there. Aku remember bila adik aku kahwin. Because I have family members who flew in from Singapore and Malaysia. So kita nak buat orang makan. So aku tak tahu nak buat. I think my parents brought them to this place called Jimmy's tau, dekat Dandenong. So kat Dandenong ni, so Jimmy's dia memang kebab dia solid lah. I don't know why. Maybe dia daging tak masin sangat or something like that. So they have a different level of sizes of HSP.
Siapa nama dia?
Jimmy.
Nama kedai dia?
Jimmy.
As in Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Nama Jimmy.
Jimmy. Afghan halal. Yeah. Afghan. Abang Jimmy.
Brother Jimmy.
So HSP kan ada S, macam small, medium and large kan. So dia punya lagi 2 upsize. Dia ada satu Mau Hira or something, or the other one is Mau Halal or something like that. Dia ada mountain something. So in your mind kan, oh mountain maybe bukit lah. Bro, bukit bro. It's like literally one big dulang, fries on the bottom, then layered with daging, sauce, layered with fries, layered. Macam bukit ada buat.
So ni makan berapa? Ni makan apa sampai minggu depan pun tak habis.
Kita makan berapa orang I think 8-9 orang bro.
Habis ke tak habis?
Tak habis bro. Boleh mati saya makan ni benda. Boleh kau terbahak, kau dah tak nak makan HSP lagi for the next 6 months to 1 year bro. Dah tak boleh makan bro. Alamak. Banyak bro. That's why I forgot this name. Mountain something lah. Mau hilal. I don't know lah. So
Mau hilal
So HSP dia memang gigantic lah.
Ya, pasal dia daging dengan fries kan.
Daging dengan fries dengan lepas sauce. Yang buat kau muak is cheese.
Aku takkan minta cheese sauce.
So dia dah tabur dengan lepas cheese semua kan. So it's like layer after layer tau. Dah macam cake kan. Wow, this is crazy. But it's good for those who really love protein food. Okay, it's protein. It's all daging, and then you have some carbs as well, potato as well. So yeah.
That's why I find that down here when I first had kebab kat Australia 2015 aku pergi Queensland holiday so aku order kebab terkejut macam aku.
Betul?
Dah lah kebab dia belasan $.
Besar.
Aku tak tahu. I don't know how big the size is kan.
I see.
Pasal kita dah biasa kat Singapore, Malaysia kecil-kecil gulung $3 for $10 dekat pasar malam.
I cannot recall if I tried before in Singapore punya.
Do action dulu.
Tak serius.
Tak, kau tahu pasar malam kat Singapore? Kan kalau dia jual kebab, kan just like macam very small roll, thin roll, then they sell. They can even afford to sell 3 for $10.
Is it? I don't know. Okay.
Sekarang dah I don't think have ready lah. GST semua dah naik kan. Then so dekat that time when I was in Queensland, aku order kebab dia. Kau imagine aku dah suka makan. Aku tak habis bro. Terkejut macam aku.
Alright.
Besar dia punya kebab banyak. It's really packed tau. They really compacted it dengan daging, dengan apa lettuce ke apa, tomato semua. Tapi pasal aku tak makan tomato.
That's why the Aussies love it, brother.
Makan satu kali dah kenyang lah.
It's a staple food and sedap bro. Takkan tak sedap.
Sedap.
Tapi very nice.
Filling very filling.
Okay, for those who wants to come to Australia kan, one thing first, we had a debate about the best kebab in Sydney atau Melbourne. So Melbourne menang bro. Melbourne.
I saw the voting.
And the poll has been done. So Melbourne has the best kebab. So if you guys were to come to Melbourne itself, drop in lah, tengok tanya mana where is the best. Be a kebab hunter. Be a kebab hunter. Kita test semua kebab kat sini. So the standard, either you have a mix atau lamb or chicken. These three.
I think I notice most of the kebab shop diorang tak ada beef. I think because they cater to the Indians also.
Yeah.
Because Indians diorang tak boleh makan beef kan.
Okay, just on a side note, side track sikit. So that time aku pernah pergi Japan. Okay. So Japan, kau tahu lah, nak cari makanan halal susah. So there was one kebab shop. Kat luar ada tulis halal. Okay lah, ada kebab, let's go for it lah. So aku tanya dia, just want to confirm, is the kebab halal? Aku nak confirm Jepun mah. Yes, the chicken is halal, but the meat is, I don't know. Terus aku dah macam, you don't know, but this is your shop. So aku beli ayam je lah.
Yang jual apa? Orang Jepun?
Bukan. Tahu tu. Some foreigner lah.
Tapi sekarang even now because a lot of Muslims travel to Japan for holiday.
But I heard there's a lot of halal food which is good. You see, one thing people don't understand is that, I mean, if these countries were to cater for halal food and something, bro, it's an economy booster.
Yeah, you kill two birds with one stone.
Especially in Australia. Until now, I think they are already starting to set in gear now. Almost every supermarket, okay, the main common ones, dah start bawa masuk halal section, which is getting more and more. We have the Al Iman, we have the Fatale. So these are the companies that is providing halal food to these shopping centers, which is fantastic. It's a boost for our market as well, and also depending on the demographic where you living, which state, which area. So macam people ask, sometimes orang tanya, bro, kalau aku datang Australia, mana nak duduk best? Okay, if you were to stay in a city, okay, memang halal food ada because more for tourists and all that kan. But if you want to try to live the suburban life, stay in the suburbs itself. So it depends. Kalau kau nak tinggal maybe on the west side, west side, more of the demography of Arab, demography. If you stay on the southeast, is where Nusantara will be lah. Like Springvale area or Dandenong area. Makan is not an issue for us here.
Banyak sih sekarang. Even the aku ni dah Cina suka makan benda sup-sup. So memang aku favourite lah. Apa yang dia orang panggil pho. Yang Vietnamese noodle tu.
Atau kadang orang can confuse pho dengan po, PHO.
Po ingat apa? Teletubby.
So initially aku ingat PHO is po. Pelan-pelan aku belajar actually pho.
Kau ingat apa? Teletubby, Tinky Winky.
Dah.
Po. Kau main sangat Teletubby lah.
Kau lah Teletubby. But
the one in Springvale, if you guys travel here, if you looking forward to like macam beef soup, Vietnamese style, there's this place called Le Phu. LEFEU Oasis.
That one yang kau pernah cakap.
I think we ever seen before.
Yeah.
Just a recap lah, since we are talking about food now.
Ini kena bayar ke tu?
Tapi dia halal.
Oh yeah.
Halal, fully halal.
Yes.
So when they open, kau imagine dia kill two birds with one stone. Dia ada dia punya non Muslim dengan Muslim semua makan, because the taste is still the same.
Right.
Cuma dia punya, of course dia punya daging semua halal lah. But
of course.
People will still come lah.
100%.
Habis sekarang the best part apa tau? The best part is kalau kau jadi member, kau duduk situ makan, only dining in kau dapat 40% discount. 40%
banyak bro.
Banyak.
We must try.
Cak beliau lah.
Tapi one thing about the pho aku tak suka is the, like I said to you, peppermint dia. Alamak bro,
kau jangan taruh peppermint.
Gua tergigit peppermint, terus tak boleh makan ke tu benda.
Peppermint tea kau minum?
Aku minum peppermint tea, tapi makan peppermint tea is mixed with the food. Dia macam lain lah, macam give you macam wasabi effect. Macam tersenyek kepala.
Ini goyang.
But yeah, that's about it lah. I think this comes to food virality, and in the southeast, makanan and tempat korang nak beli your regular stuff that you shop back in Asia, everything is all there, which is fantastic. Okay, I think we can wrap this session, and then we'll go on for our next session itself. Alright guys?
Yes.
Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We will come back on the next session. Ciao.
Bye.
Nantikan lagi, banyak lagi nak dikongsi. We'll be back for the next session.